Start of the third game of the evening here. We've got Sault College Cougars playing against the Humber Lakeshore Hawks. Both Humber teams have been successful so far this evening. The men's and women's North Campus teams, both defeating Boreal College. Face-off controlled by the Hawks. Quick pass up, carried into the line. And a shot on net, stopped by Flesher. Face-off come to the left of the Cougars goalie, Flesher. Draw controlled by the Cougars. Send it around near side. Here's Poirier with it. Flips it, can't get it out. Controlled in the zone. Here's Northy with it. Northy loses the puck, and Cougars come back the other way. Shot wide of the net. Poirier sends it out in front. A shot, and a good defensive play there made by Brennan. Here come the Hawks back the other way. Capobianco with it. His shot on net, stopped by Flesher. Cougars can't get it out. Held in the line, and now they get it out. Coming the other way with numbers. Puck drop. Shot stopped by Leahy. Here come the Hawks. Centering pass doesn't get through. Cougars break it out. And now we'll control it in their own end in front of their net. Get into the neutral zone and turn it over to the Hawks. Goodhue with it, passes it up. Here come the Hawks, shot near side, misses. And the Cougars can't get it out, and now they do. Pops in a neutral zone. Shot up by Hawley for the Hawks.
It's that one.
And the Cougars controlling it. Carrying up in the neutral zone. Over the red line. Shot. Puck gets in deep. The Hawks break it out. Pass comes in the middle. Now here's a rush. Pass in front. Shot. Big save by Flesher. Good pass out in front there by Anarelli and Mike Ross.
As we took a quick break here, just an update from the Humber Hawks. Women's volleyball played Sheridan tonight. It was Hawks 3-0 against the first place Sheridan Bruins. Hawks ran the record to 4-0, perfect on the season, with a three-set sweep over the Oakville's Sheridan Bruins.
Well, the Hawks will set up behind their own net. Here's Capobianco with it. Pass it. Turns over, and now will be carried in and shot into the zone by Mike Ross. Cougars looking to break out, come the other way, and here they come. 2-on-1. On the rush. Shot comes. Stopped by Leahy. Grant Palmer let it go, and Leahy was up for the challenge.
Okay, we just got an update from the men's volleyball game currently in progress. The Hawks dropped 25-23 first set to the Bruins, coming back from an 18-10 deficit to make it close. Humber took the second set, and they're currently leading 18-14 in the third set.
Weak shot stopped by Leahy, kicked into the corner. The Hawks will try and clear it out. Northy chips it out into the middle. Here they come. Stopped by the Cougars defender, who sends it up all the way down the ice. And will be an icing call against the Cougars. Face-off will come all the way down into their end.
In a unique switch to what happens with the extramural hockey here, Brendan, is that individual campuses can field hockey clubs. If this was varsity hockey, Humber would have a single team participating in tournaments such as this, but in extramural hockey, you're allowed to have every campus have their own hockey team. So Humber with 2 here. Seneca has 3 campuses in this tournament. So kind of unique, but certainly special.
Here's Northy carrying it into the zone. Takes a shot, stopped by Flesher.
goalies coming up big on both ends here. They're going to be certainly look like they're the stars of the game so far.
Draw being taken for the Hawks by DeMarco. Wins it. Back to the line, wins it too clean, and it gets out. The Hawks will regroup in the neutral zone. Pass comes near side to Gulliver, who chips it up. Now the Hawks will carry it over into the zone. DeMarco swings it around. Sent to the line, and now carried out by the Cougars. They'll come 3-on-3 the other way. Long shot, misses near side. Swings around to battle for it in the corner. Little bump, and the Hawks carry it out, coming the other way. Puck hits a stick, flies up into the netting, and it'll be a face-off in the Sioux College end. Draw controlled by the Cougars. Try to get it out, and cannot. Here's Steck with it behind the net. Leaves it for a teammate, and the puck comes to the line. Now got kicked out, and here come the Cougars, 3-on-1 the other way. And centering pass attempt is stopped by the Hawks defender, who slid on his belly to block that pass. Good defensive play there.
Looked like the Sioux player held on to the puck a little too long.
That was Matt Orman with the big defensive play for the Hawks. Keep this score knotted at 0. Here come the Cougars, breaking out of their own end. Pass chips up. And they'll control it again here in the neutral zone. Carried to the line and shot in by Mario Toronto. Hawks swing it around, and out they come. Puck sent down and race for it here. Far side hash marks to the point. Shot comes. Deflected. Big save by Flesher. And it gets by him, but he pulls it back off the line. Still digging for it in the crease are the Hawks. And a penalty being called. And the Hawks with a great chance there to take a 1-0 lead. Unsuccessful. But we'll get to go to the power play here.
Got to touch on this as we did in the first game. You got the Humber Hawks, which are a local club. Lakeshore campus only about 50 minutes away from Western Arena. You got the Sioux Cougars just getting off a 5.5-hour bus ride. So I think it's important for the Hawks to get out to an early lead, at least put the pressure on, see if those bus lanes come into play for the Sioux.
Draw one by the Hawks. Looking to set up the power play here. Chipped in the zone for Northey. Northey walking out. Centering pass gets tipped. Will slide in the corner. Now Northey with a shot, and he misses far side. Great centering pass there by Gulliver. Hawks looking to regroup. Northey carries it into the zone. Beats the defender wide, carrying it around the net. Cross ice pass. Shot comes. Stopped by Flesher, pardon me. Capobianco holds the line for the Hawks. Set near side to Brennan. Brennan with a shot. Gets by Flesher in, and they can't put it in. The puck was sitting on the goal line.
Wow.
Excellent opportunity there for Paulson Letard to give the Hawks a lead, and he couldn't put it away. Back come the Cougars. Move made.
Did not go in, Brendan.
Couldn't tell you.
Went right through the goalie, and there was 2 yellow shirts there.
Northey holds onto the puck for the Hawks, slowly skating up the ice, gets to the red line, turns back, waiting for some help. Pass it near side. Here's Hawley with it. Hawley takes a wrist shot, stopped by Flesher. And the Cougars shoot it up to the neutral zone. Back come the Hawks. Turn it over again, and it'll be cleared the length of the ice by the Cougars. And the Hawks defenseman did not realize the puck was being given to him by Leahy, and the Cougars get a scoring chance. A miscommunication there from between the goalie and the Hawks defenseman. Here come the Hawks looking to set up, turn it over in the corner. Battle for it near side. And the Hawks come away with it. Behind the net now. Steck loses the puck. And the Cougars clear the length of the ice, and that'll do it for the power play. Cougar player comes back on, and we're back to 5-on-5. Carried up the ice now by Ormond. Ormond trying to do it himself, loses the puck at the hash marks. And the Cougars grab possession. Good forecheck by the Hawks. Trying to force a turnover here. Puck comes near side, and the Cougars get it out to the neutral zone. Pass intercepted, and now carried into the zone. Here comes Capobianco, centering pass. Intercepted, now a shot. Blocked by the Cougars player, and now here he comes the other way. Saketa leaves the puck there for his teammate. Pass comes in the middle. Wide shot there by Tyler Brown. A long lead pass, and offside. Mac Inarelli looking for the breakaway there, and it was a couple steps over the blue line.
Another update from the Humber College Athletic Center. The Humber Hawks men's volleyball team has taken a 2-1 set lead over the Sheridan Bruins heading into the fourth set. Humber heads to the game with a perfect 3-0 record, while Sheridan checked in at 3-2. So Hawks leading the match 2 sets to 1.
Carrying up the puck now is Mike Ross. Over the line. Can't get it by the Sioux defenders, and now picked up by the Humber player who loses the puck. And they'll look to set up again. Puck rattling around the crease, and they score! Tipped out of midair by Mike Ross off a shot by Brandon Payton. The puck was dangling in midair. Mike Ross got a stick on it and knocked it home. And the Hawks, who have had a couple good scoring chances thus far, finally capitalized with minute 20 to go in the first.
I did get the word sloppy out of my mouth right there, and certainly a goal mouth mess. Yeah, I guess all you can call it ends up in a goal. So again, certainly not the most skilled play so far, but Hawks jump in the lead.
Draw controlled by the Cougars. Regrouping in the neutral zone. Pass up. Pass a little too far there, and Hawks come the other way. Led by Mike Ross again, looking for a second of the game. Throws it towards the net. Cross crease pass. Couldn't find a tape of his teammate there. Now the shot comes from the point. Easy save for Fletcher. Cougars get it out. Brennan will regroup for the Hawks. Cougars dump it in deep. And the Hawks will complete a line change here. 35 seconds to go in the first. Northey swings it to the middle. Misses his intended target of Letard. And the Cougars regroup it in their own end. Pass goes through the legs of the player. The refs are going to wave off the icing. The Hawks will break it out of their own end. 15 seconds to go. Long pass up. Doesn't make it to the intended target. And the Cougars come the other way. Shot blocked. And I'll battle for it. DeMarco passes it to his defender. And the Hawks get it out. And as time expires, the Hawks will carry a 1-0 lead into the second period. Could have been more the way they were pressing.
Just give the folks at home an opportunity to understand the format of this tournament. There are 16 men's teams. There's 4 divisions of 4 teams. Every team's going to play a complete round robin within, therefore each team's getting 3 games. But the key here is you move on to the playoffs, it's only the division champion that moves on to the semifinals. So every game is the utmost importance here. So, and again, for those watching at home, every game has to be decided. So in the case of a tie, there will be no overtime, but it'll go directly to a single-shot sudden death shootout. So with a win here for the Hawks, currently leading 1-0, certainly put them in a pretty good position moving on to day 2 on Friday in hopes of grabbing that elusive semifinal spot.
Hawks control the draw at the start of the second period here. And the Cougars get it in deep.
No, but your mom's taking your head, right?
Hawks can't get it out. Cougars with numbers here. Getting a shot away. Stopped by Leahy. Rebound. Rolls around in the crease and Leahy covers up.
Yeah, but I'll need you.
Cougars almost tying it up there at the start of the second period.
Okay, yeah, we play 11 and then we don't play till 2.
Yeah, so we'll be setting up for the 2 o'clock game.
Okay.
So probably set up for 1 o'clock. So
Oh, yeah,
I'll
I can
need
be
you to
there.
help set. You bring 5.
All right.
Draw on Humber's defensive end here. They win it. Capobianco gives it right to the Cougars player. And Mike Ross steals it back for the Hawks. Thrown out far side. Hawks turn it over at the far blue line and get it right back. Looking to get it in deep here, and a hooking call, by the looks of it, will go against the Cougars. And they'll put the Hawks on the power play.
Hey, take a look at that one, Brendan. Kind of obvious. Player skates are away from the Humber Hawk player. The Sault player skates away, and the Sault player's stick is still stuck between the Humber Hawk's legs. So you can't run and hide on that one. That was pretty obvious. No question from the Sault player, went right to the penalty box after getting his stick from between the legs of the Humber Hawk player. So
Draw pushed forward by Ross, right to Flesher, who covers up, and they'll try it again. Cougars control the puck off the draw. Now stolen behind the net. Mike Ross with it. Centering pass. And almost put away far side by Peyton, who sends it back to the point now, and the Hawks will look to set up here. Comes near side to Peyton, far side to Peyton. Peyton, shot misses. And Mike Ross picks it up. Spin move. Walks it out in front. Can't get a good shot away. And Mike Ross picks it up again. Sends it to the line. Shot comes, misses wide. Here's Ross. Sends it down low. Here's Inarelli. Inarelli sends it back down low. Peyton with it. Looking for options. Slides it to the point to Gulliver. Gulliver throws a wrist shot towards the net. Rebound. Almost put away there by Inarelli. But Flesher holds on to it and will force a draw.
Sault players look a little weary right now, Brandon. So I think that bus ride is starting to kick in here.
Draw won by the Cougars again. Back to the defender, who clears it down the length of the ice. Brennan sends it far side, comes back right to him. He'll carry it up. Sends it to the middle to Latard. Latard into the middle, gets a shot away. Northey deflects it with a stick. Can't get it to go. And comes back to the point. Here's Brennan. Takes a shot, misses wide. Ormond with it. Shoots it down low to DeMarco. Turns it over, comes right back to Northey. Northey almost with the shot. Comes to the point. And Ormond got a shot away. Blocked by the Sault player, and back they come. Weak shot on goal. Held on to by Leahy. And it'll be a face-off in the Hawks' end.
At the stoppage here, this is our third and final broadcast of the evening. We did Humber Women's, Humber North Men, Humber Lakeshore Men. But to bring you up to date, tomorrow at 2:15, we'll be doing the men's semifinal, followed at 3:45 with the men's gold medal championship games. So tomorrow at 2:15, men's semi, followed 3:45 with the gold medal championship men's game tomorrow. So join us tomorrow.
Looking to kill off the clock here is Tyler Brown. The Cougars takes it back all the way around his own net and tries to rush it up again. He gets it, doing it himself. Beats the defender wide. Couldn't get a good shot away, and it misses near side. Stepping back on the ice here is the Cougars player, even it up. Backhand shot by Steck misses wide. And the Cougars will pick up possession in their own end. Sent out to the neutral zone. Deflected pass. And they'll regroup and try it again. Comes up to the blue line. Can't get it in deep. The Hawks grab possession. Battle for it. Puck comes down to the slot. And a pass in front of Brown. Brown shoots and he scores! Tyler Brown notched the score at 1.
That was a combination of effort and skill. The Sault player fought off, kind of knocked a free puck over to a teammate, and he found the the goal scorer 8 feet out in front of the net and just sniped into the blocker side of the net.
It's a matter of Brown being in the right place at the right time there. Got the puck right on the tape. Made no mistake with a shot beating Leahy blocker side. 1-1 with 5:45 to go in the second period. Halfway through this game. Fairly even match game so far. Humber maybe with an extra chance or two. Here come the Hawks, 3-on-2. Carried up by Brendan. Brendan tries the shot. Tipped up by the Sioux defender up into the netting. Going to be a face-off in the Cougars' end.
Full marks to the Cougars on that goal. They just kill a penalty and come back and tie up the game. So both ends, like defensively, they made it work, and then offensively, they get the tying goal.
Draw one by the Hawks. Comes to Capobianco. Chips it in. And the Cougars break it out now. Carried to the red line and shot in deep by Brian Genoa. Now Mike Ross carries it out of the zone for the Hawks. Trying to leave it there for a teammate. Does. Comes back to Ross. Ross gets a shot away. And looked like it went off the glove of Fletcher. Missed far side. Humber's trying to again pass down low to Ross. Ross leaves it in to Rel. He gets a shot away. And penalty call here. Coming against the Cougars. For head contact. It's going to be number 15, Mario Toronto, going off. The Hawks will look to answer the goal by the Cougars with a power play here.
Little animated show by the Cougar player going off the ice, having a little discussion with the official. And the official explaining to the Cougars coaching staff what the call was.
Draw one by Brown, who carries it out, and the Cougars here with a 2-on-1 break. Brown gets a shot away, stopped by Leahy. Comes back to Brown, throws it back on net. Comes back to him again, tries the wraparound. Puck sitting there in the crease, and Leahy covers up. Tyler Brown has been the entire Cougars offense here. With a goal on the game, and a couple other chances.
He's had a lot of ice time today, Brendan. He's killing penalties, taking a regular shift, and at points a double shift. So they're certainly look to him for leadership and for goal scoring.
Jared Bengui controlling it for the Cougars. Just killing time here. Sends it across to Baldinelli, who clears it the length of the ice. And now Humber will set up their breakout. Goodhue with it. Carrying it up into the neutral zone. Into the Cougars' end. Still with it. Stops. Chips it back to Northey at the point. Northey sends it near side. Shot comes. Blocked by the Cougars defender. DeMarco with it. Sends it to the point. Here's Ormond. Ormond slides it to Goodhue. Goodhue sends it down low to DeMarco. In front to Northey. And Fletcher with a big save. One-time opportunity for Northey in front there. Didn't have much room to get it up.
Really, the difference in this game from contact is you don't really have a lot of defensemen really being physical within that 10 feet around the crease area. In full contact, you're really given the opportunity to be a little more physical, a little more aggressive, get moving guys out of the crease. Here, a lot more scramble action.
Hawks controlling it now. 40 seconds to go on their power play. Comes to the point to Goodhue. Slides it back down. Attempted pass there by Juzanovsky. And it's a turnover, and Sioux sent out to the neutral zone. Back come the Hawks. Looking to set up. Pass in front. Juzanovsky loses it, gets it right back, sends it to his teammate. Comes to the point. Ormond with the shot. Deflected, misses high. Near side. Connor Hawley couldn't get a good shot away. And now battle for it in the corner. Picked up by the Hawks, sent to the line. Shot comes. And Ryan Gulliver sent a weak rear shot towards the net with no traffic, and it was an easy save for Fletcher.
Although there's only a second left on that penalty, the advantage certainly turns to Lakeshore with the face-off deep into Sioux zone. Face-off win, even with a second, could result in a scoring chance here. But then Lakeshore's got to keep an eye on that guy coming out of the box because a Sioux face-off one could go right back against them.
Ross controls the draw. Now Sioux picks it up, looking for the lead man. They find him, goes off his skate and into the Hawks zone. On the forecheck now, battle for it behind the Hawks net. Now the Hawks turn it over. Cougars with a chance and they lose it in front of the net. And back on the Hawks the other way. Carried in the zone. Left for Ross. And now Ross picks it up again in the corner. Ross loses the puck to Brown. Chips the puck up. And the Cougars will chip the puck up into the Hawks' end. Gulliver with it for the Hawks. Turns it over, trying to get it out. Pass comes in front to Brown. With a shot. Pardon me, not Brown. That was Matt Zalowski. And Sioux controls it again. To the point. Wrist shot. Deflected, and it goes over the net. Hawks trying to get it out here. Now the Hawks shoot it up the center, but it's stopped by the Sioux defender who carries it into the zone and flips it in on net to Leahy, who covers up and will force a draw. 1:36 remaining in the second period. Big defensive zone draw here for the Hawks. Face off, controlled by the Hawks, and now here's a break. Letard with it, and a great defensive play made by Isaac Firth of the Cougars to stop that breakaway from happening. Battle for it in the far end. DeMarco with it, passes it out front to nobody, and Northey picks it up in the high slot for the Hawks. Northey makes a move, gets a shot away, and doesn't get through. Northey loses a stick there. And the puck's still in the corner. Hawks are battling for it. Shot out down the ice by the Cougars. Doesn't make it all the way for the icing. And just as I say that, Cameron Brennan ices it for the Hawks. And the faceoff will come back down to the Hawks' end. Both teams making a line change here. 55 seconds remaining in the period. Toronto wins the draw to Byers. Byers protecting the puck in the corner. Tries to send it around, goes off the skate of the official. And the Hawks will come away with the puck. Breaking up the other way. Hawks get it in deep. But the Cougars take over possession and now battle for it in the corner. Cougars player upended, no call. And they can't get it out. Hawks send it back down deep. Another battle for it in the corner. Refs are letting them play. And out come the Cougars. 18 seconds to go in the period. 2-on-2. Broken into the zone. Pass out in front. And a good defensive play there by the Hawks defender. Connor Hawley getting back to break up that rush. Kept in the zone by the Cougars. Near side corner, battling for it. And that'll be the end of the second period. Even match period there. Saw one goal by Tyler Brown of the Sioux College Cougars.
Looks like the Sioux have found their legs after that long bus ride. A lot more aggressive game than we saw in the first Humber men's game. A lot more penalties called here. The referees have put the whistle away a little bit here. I think Sioux's getting a little frustrated because a little clutching and grabbing there by the forwards of the Lakeshore team here, but they're getting away with it, and they've had a couple penalties to help them. But again, we're going to head back to if this game does end in a regulation tie, every game is decided. So, folks, if it is 1-1 come the final whistle here, we will be going on a single-shot sudden death shootout. We're not going to be really sure which camera we're going to be showing because it's simultaneous. We're going to try and hope there's a little separation between the shooters. and we'll get a camera on it on both shooters. And trust our switcher here on the board to try and get both opportunities. But that's a moot point should there be a decision made by the end of the period.
Capobianco controlling it for the Hawks, passes it up. Turned over. And Brown with it for Sioux. Trying to get it in, can't. Comes back out to the neutral zone and back into the Cougars' end. Riley Bennett sent it across. DDD pass goes back to Bennett, loses it, and it comes to Mike Ross. Now Bennett sends it up to Brown for the Cougars. Over the Hawks line into the zone. Quick shot. Stopped there by Leahy. Now turnover. Brandon Payton couldn't get it out there for the Hawks, but now it comes up to Mike Ross. All alone, 1-on-4. Trying to hold on to it. Now leaves it for Letard. Letard gets a shot away. Stopped by Fletcher.
Watching this game, Brandon, got the name Brown and the name Ross kind of littering your broadcast here. So obviously those are the two key names, the two players that are really controlling the play for each of their teams. Ross for the Hawks and Brown for the Cougars.
Draw one by the Hawks. Comes to the zone. Defenseman Gulliver shoots it back down deep. Now DeMarco with it. Comes back to DeMarco, sends it to the point. Wrist shot blocked by the Cougars player. Now here comes the other way. Looking for some help. Can't bring the puck with him. And now chips it into the zone. Now DeMarco leading the rush for the Hawks. Drops it for Northey. Northey, high slot. Shoots! And just stopped there by Fletcher. Northey looking for the low blocker side.
Both goalies exceptional today, Brandon.
Sioux trying to come back the other way. Slides into the zone. Shot come to the net. Deflected. Leahy with the stop and a whistle by the ref. Obviously from his vantage point, couldn't see the puck was still loose, sitting in the crease there.
We've been lucky sitting in our gondola here, Brandon. We've seen a couple of those once the referee blown it dead where the puck was still alive. And that actually resulted in a goal being called back in the game earlier tonight. So
face off outside the Hawks zone. Controlled by the Cougars. On the attack now. Loose puck. Comes to Palmer, who tries a shot. Can't get it to go. Puck down far corner to Palmer. Palmer upended there by Goodhue. And Zach Goodhue's going to go to the box here. Putting the Cougars on the power play.
the referees let him play today, but that was a penalty straight up. This is a non-contact game. That was full body contact.
Calling it a check to the head. Could have been called a hold or body contact. Doesn't really matter.
It's the first time Sioux had been on the power play. So let's see what they've got to bring to the dance.
Defensive zone faceoff won by the Hawks. Comes to Capobianco, and he clears it down the ice right away to get the penalty kill. Fletcher leaves it for Bingui. Pass out to Brown. Brown met by the Hawks player. Sioux will try again. Bingui carrying it in the zone himself. Stops in the corner. Being pressured. Comes out of the pile. Shoots it to the net. Shot. Stopped by Leahy. What a save. That puck bounced far side. The Sioux player had an excellent opportunity. It was on his backhand, but Leahy nonetheless made a great blocker save. I know the Hawks coming the other way with numbers. 2-on-1. Shot comes wide. And they can't get it to go. Wow, what an opportunity there for Humber on the shorthanded break.
It looked like the defender for the Hawks was going to just ice the puck, but carried the puck through, surprising everybody.
Quick back and forth action here on the power play.
Captain Brown for Sioux is he's got to be getting weary there. He's thought he changed there at that break, but still out there.
Inarelli tried to break in on his own there and couldn't get it. Brown with it for the Cougars. Carries it into the zone. Gets by the defender. Makes one move. His shot flies over the net after hitting a stick. And the Hawks get it out, but it's controlled in the neutral zone by the Cougars. 22 seconds remaining in their power play.
Cougars look dead tired here on the power play,
Puck
refusing to make a change.
Comes in the middle to Brown. Brown sends it far side. Now, Cougars player taken down by Gulliver. And the Hawks, who 4 seconds away from killing off the first penalty, will go to the power play, go to the penalty kill for another 2 minutes.
Got to credit the Sioux player there. Very smart move. Looked like he was potentially going to play the puck back to the point, but there are two yellow shirts. Decides to do a little pirouette into the corner and earn themselves another advantage here. Again, like what you said with the Hawks, when they had that 1 second left on the clock, Sioux's got 4 seconds in that first penalty. An opportunity here with a face-off win to go forward with a 5-on-3 for a short period of time.
DeMarco taking the defensive zone draw for the Hawks. Wins it. Comes in the corner for Capobianco. First Hawk player out of the box, and it'll be 5-on-4 for another minute 50. Sioux controlling the puck in the Hawks' end. Setting up now. Tough pass comes near side. And Riley Bennett shoots it down in the zone. Turnover. Hawks try to shoot it out. Stopped at the line by Bennett. Bennett sends it far side, comes back to Bennett. Gets a shot away. First shot missed near side. DeMarco skating it out for the Hawks. Gets it to the blue line and chips it in. Leading the forecheck for the Hawks. And now the Cougars will break out. Minute 15 to go in the power play. 5:24 in the game. Noah Byers with the puck. Taken down behind the net, no call. And Leahy will cover up.
I think this face-off comes at an opportune time as the Sioux Cougars have the opportunity to put their number one power play unit back on and get a full minute advantage here.
Draw one by Hawks. They get it to the line. It gets out. Now battle for it. And there's going to be a penalty call here against the Cougars for interference. Great work by Brandon Payton to force that penalty. And that'll negate the rest of the power play. Be 4-on-4 for 55 seconds here. A lot of open ice. Face-off will come down in the Cougar zone.
5 minutes to go. 4-on-4 for almost a minute. Could be a real key part of this game.
Mike Ross taking the draw for the Hawks. And Brown controls it for the Cougars. Skates behind his own net. And the Cougars will break out.
1-on-4.
Brown carrying it up himself. Tries to go through the whole entire Hawks team. Cannot. And Payton grabs it for the Hawks. Long lead pass up to Ross. Chips it in his zone. He'll start out on the forecheck. Humber making a line change. And Sioux will come back the other way. Brown sends it near side. Here's Zalewski with it. Makes a couple moves around the Hawks player. Shoots it in front. No one there to put it away. And Leahy will hold on and cover up.
That play looked like it was going nowhere and ended up actually being an opportune scoring chance for the visiting Sioux Cougars.
Draw one by the Hawks. Northeast skating it out of his own end. Makes a move. Chips it out to his teammate Letard. Letard coming 1-on-2. Tries to get a shot away. And it's blocked by the Sioux defender. Puck comes to Northey. High slot. Shot off the crossbar.
Oh.
Pardon me, that was Orman, not Northey, but what a shot. Off the crossbar. Bounces down into the crease and Flesher holds on.
I think the scorekeeper there just lost 4 seconds off the Humber Lakeshore power play. Let the clock run an extra 4 or 5 seconds at that face-off.
The Hawks win the draw. Sent back to the point. Shot taken by Goodhue, covered up by Flesher. No traffic in front there. The way Fletcher's played this game, you got to get some bodies in front of him, get some deflections if you're going to have a chance to score from the blue line. Draw one by the Cougars, sent down the ice. Quick on the forecheck is Byers for the Cougars. Wins the puck and carries it back into the neutral zone. And will look to kill the power play.
That's offside.
Yeah. Pass came up to Mario Toronto, and he should have let it go, but he tipped it. And faceoff's going to come all the way back down into the Cougars' end because
He had the opportunity not only to have his team ice the puck short-handed, but an opportunity to get a player change there, and the Hawks gained 200 feet of ice.
draw one by the Cougars, sent down the ice again. Leahy plays it himself, shoots it all the way up. Gets over the stick of Steck, back to the Cougars defender. He'll send it down the ice once again. Brennan shoots it up near side to Hawley.
I got scored on like that once. Guy all the way down, lost it in the light.
Hawks have it, high slot. Shot comes, stopped by Fletcher. Cody Hawley, pardon me.
Oh, another penalty.
And now a call is going to come here against the Cougars, and a misconduct as well.
Not only that,
With 3 minutes to go, it's going to put the Hawks back to the power play just after the Cougars killed it off.
that only cost the Cougars a 2-minute penalty here with 3 minutes to go. It's also an automatic 1-game suspension for a misconduct. So in extramural play here, if a player drops the gloves involved in the fight, Brandon, that is a 1-year suspension from play here. So misconduct, a kind word to the referee after what he views as a bad call is a 1-game suspension. So the Sioux lose a player here and lose a player for their next game. So, and we saw that in the Humber North game. Humber North team was winning 3-0 with a power play with 2 minutes to go, and the Humber player took a misconduct.
Another draw won by the Cougars. They shoot it to the line, and it's held in by Capobianco. Comes back to Capobianco. The shot scores! What a shot! Joe Capobianco. Right off the draw. Mike Ross left it at the point. And number 8 for the Hawks made no mistake.
Penalty comes back to haunt the Cougars 9 seconds into the power play. An update from men's volleyball at Humber. They are going 5. The Sheridan Bruins outlast the Hawks 31-29 in the 4th set. And they're heading to a 5th set tied 2-2.
Brown versus Ross on the face-off.
This last 2.5 minutes, I think we're going to see a lot of Mr. Brown out there for the Sioux team.
Absolutely. They're going to try the draw again there as Inarelli. Try to get a head start for the Hawks. Ross will get kicked out, and Peyton will take it. Hawks control the puck off the draw. Shoot it into the Cougar zone, doesn't get deep, and it comes back out to the neutral zone. And now the Cougars shoot it in, controlled by Capobianco. Sent to Ross. Ross carrying into the zone. 1-on-4, trying to do it himself. Still has it, peels back, holding it in the middle of the ice. Somehow still holding on to it, despite pressure from 4 different Cougars players. Now the Cougars finally get it out to the neutral zone.
Yeah, Brown playing a little cherry picking there.
And Brown gets a shot away. Just missed far side. Good save by Leahy. Now Peyton chips it up into the neutral zone, looking for Ross with the pass. Couldn't get it to him.
Going to keep an eye on the goaltender here. Brendan with 2 minutes to go.
Now Bengui carrying it over the line. Can't get it in deep, and the Hawks shoot it out to center. Cougars regrouping. Puck comes to Northey for the Hawks. Coming in with numbers. Pass it to Letard. Couldn't get a good stick on it there to get a shot away. But a good try by Northey centering the puck. Now Brown skating it up for the Cougars. Can't get it by the Hawks line of defense, and it'll come back out.
Hops doing a little game of a trap here, dropping 4 men back.
Gulliver with the puck for the Hawks. Shoots it off the glass, comes to Northey near side. And Northey can't get it out. Now the Cougars control it again. Brown with it. Makes a move on the defender. Tries to center it. Puck comes back to the Hawks, who try and clear
blind.
Can't. And now empty net for the Cougars. 6 men on the ice. Looking to tie it up here. Less than a minute to go. Bingui with it. Down 1. 50 seconds remaining. Bingui carrying it into the zone. Stopped up by Northey, who chips it out to center. Puck's rolling. Won't make it to the net. Riley Bennett turns it up the other way for the Cougars. 37 seconds to go. Gets it in deep. And they're going to call a penalty against the Cougars. Very inopportune time. The Hawks player down. Pardon me, it looks like the call is coming against Humber. No Cougars players going to the box. There's a Hawks player down, that's Connor Hawley. And by the looks of it, the refs are waiting on him to go to the box.
By the way he went down, you would have thought it was a slash at the back of his leg behind the play. But we're unsure whether it would be penalty called here or the referee's just calling plays based on an injured player. It is indeed a penalty to Humber Lakeshore.
Cougars coaching staff going to drop a play here. They're going to have a chance to operate 6-on-4 and look to tie it up here. 32 seconds remaining.
This is one of those good moves, bad moves kind of penalty. One is they can certainly ice the puck with the empty net, but now they're down 2 men in the offensive zone, so the face-off here is key.
Ross taking the defensive draw for the Hawks.
One icing here could change the entire game.
Cougars almost trying to get away with 7 men on the ice there. Refs put a stop to that. 6-on-4 here, 32 seconds remaining. Ross versus Bennett on the draw. Ross controls it, shoots it down the ice. And that'll knock off a good chunk of the time here remaining. Inarelli in on the forecheck for the Hawks. Puck's left for Brown. Brown's going to carry it up for the Cougars. Passed it up. And it comes to Brown again. Brown with speed, taking it wide. Tripped up. No call. Sue Bench is up in arms. The Hawks send it all the way down the ice on the open net, and it's a goal. Mike Ross, second of the game. Fired it down to the empty net after a big no call there.
Certainly looked like a penalty from up here, and even on the replay, it was questionable non-call there on behalf of the officials here. Certainly turned the tide, allowing the Lakeshore team the puck to clear it down the ice into the empty net.
You look at Brown here, still lining up for the draw, covered in snow. He was the player that was upended as he was leading the rush for the Cougars. Nonetheless, it'll go down as a shorthanded goal for Ross on the open net. And with 3 seconds remaining, the Hawks will shoot it down in deep. And that will be the game. The Humber Lakeshore wins 3-1.
So it's a Humber sweep tonight. The Humber women beat Boreal. The Humber men North team beat Boreal. And the Humber Lakeshore men defeat the Sioux. So the Etobicoke-based team sweep the North today. Just to give you a quick update for our broadcast tomorrow. We will be broadcasting the men's championship semifinal game at 2:15, followed by the men's gold medal game at 3:45. Brendan, I'll let you sign off.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. Great performance here by all the Humber teams. 3-0 on the night. And definitely putting themselves in good position to make it to the medal round tomorrow. For Jim, I'm Brendan, and we'll see you tomorrow.